Hello, everyone. My name is Vanessa Perez. The topic I chose was the effects of immigration on the economy. We will first define what is the word immigrants. Then we will look at two different types of immigrants. I will also discuss two main points of effects of immigrants in the economy that are education and labor force. Finally, we will understand if immigrants affect the economy or not. Do you think immigrants have a positive or a negative effect on the economy? There are a number of countries that have hosted the immigrant population, the largest being the United States, followed by the developed European nations. Due to this, there has been a lot of debate on the impact that the immigrants have on the nation's economy and whether they are good or bad for their countries. In this slide, I have a chart with the top 10 countries hosting international immigrants. As we see, we have 46.6 million showing for United States, followed by Germany, Russia, and Saudi Arabia being the 10.2 to the 12% rank. What does the word immigrant mean? It means a person who comes to live permanently in a foreign country. In this slide, we're going to speak about the two types of immigrants. We have illegal immigrants and legal immigrants. Illegal immigrants refers to the migration of people into a country in ways that violate the immigration laws of that country or the remaining in a country of people who no longer have the legal right to remain. Legal immigrants are immigrants who possess a green card, that means are permanent resident, someone who has been granted authorization to live and work in the United States on a permanent basis. Then, within time, they can apply to become citizens of the United States or whatever country they are living in. Research has been conducted on how immigrants affect the economy of a country, and the results show that they actually contribute to the government coffers and boost economic growth. Economists have found that immigration increases economic growth rates and economic output, and some of them, who are especially high skilled, also increase innovation. In this slide, you will see a picture with some of the income, property, sales, taxes that I found. I'm not too sure what year it is, but it just basically shows that 1.13 billions of immigrants contribute to the income tax, 3.58 billions contribute to property tax, and 7.3 billion in sales and excess taxes. 11.74 billion per year is how much immigrants contribute. And if they were granted legal status, they will contribute 2.1 billion more. The immigrants have been found to have the higher unemployment rates and labor force participation in these countries when compared to the native workers, even though they face the issue of not getting decent work. A research was also conducted to see if immigrants either positively or negatively affected the labor market outcomes of the native workers, and the results show that the impact was negligible. In this slide, you will see a graph where in transportation and material moving, you also see the immigrants and the native born parents, where you can see that the immigrants have a higher percentage than the natives. Some studies on the effect of immigrants on the labor market have revealed that immigrants found in the US earned less than the natives when they were new to the country, but were able to reach the natives' level of income after 15 years. Then, after 30 years, it was found that the immigrants actually earned more than the natives who shared the same education and age. Some people believe that the immigrants are sucking their countries dry. Research have shown that they actually have a positive physical impact when compared to the natives of the country across every education category. Some studies reveal that children from the first generation of immigrants have a higher chance of finishing college compared to the native born children. Therefore, they are less likely to live in poverty. In this slide, you will see a graph for the educational attainments of immigrants, children of immigrants, and children of natives. For a master's degree, you will see that the immigrants have a higher percentage than the native born. Some college will also show that some immigrant parents to the born native, they're right about the same percentage, also as high school to finish high school and professional degrees. Immigration is able to offer some benefits on both the economic growth and productivity of the countries. It has been found that highly educated immigrants are the ones that are more likely to contribute to these positive effects when compared to the less educated immigrants. In the case of Sweden, immigrants have been found to increase the country's performance in international trade, even though the same effects have not been experienced when it comes to innovation. In this slide, you will see a picture where it shows that every one foreign-born STEAM graduate will create 2.62 jobs for Americans. This shows that they have a positive effect on the economy. I found something very interesting while doing my research. In 2014, 10.6% of immigrants who were identified as Asians were self-employed entrepreneurs, and 11.6% of Hispanic immigrants were entrepreneurs. By composition, the rate for U.S.-born Americans was 9.1. This shows that all immigrants had a higher rate than the native-born. This picture on the right shows that 28% of all new U.S. business were started by immigrants in 2011. Immigrants were driving new businesses growth in the United States. When we look at public finance and how immigrants affect the quality of public services and the fiscal balance of the countries, we find that they actually help boost public revenues. In most countries, the immigrants have a positive fiscal impact, even though it might be below 1% of the GDP, which shows that their contribution generally positive even though it is limited. Research has been able to show throughout economic theory predictions that the wages of citizens in these countries are not affected by the immigrants when considering the over a long period of time, and that they mostly have a positive effect on the economy for both the natives and the economy as a whole.